Hi there, my name is Beck and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share and subscribe and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So HBO Max started. HBO Max has launched, and I think we'll do a deep dive into it. We'll look at it and see if it's something that's worth your time. Yeah, actually, off the bat, I'm gonna say if you already have HBO in any form whatsoever, when you sign into it, apparently it says, "Do you want HBO Max?" And it's the same price. There's going to be one HBO and HBO Max. So if you have HBO anyway, you basically have HBO Max. If you don't have HBO Max, is it worth getting day one? And I'm going to say no. Basically, no. I'm going to say why no. But it's important to remember, to keep in mind that when these streaming services launch, they don't really launch. So they're not really established for about 2 years. Like Disney. And it's going to be longer because of the pandemic. But Disney Plus, until it's international, it's not really a competitor at all to Netflix. And it takes about that long to run in all the technical side side of the issue. Like Netflix. One reason Netflix works very well because you just put it on and it works on any platform all the time. Boom! I think it actually works better than Amazon Prime. Be honest with you. So the Netflix is light years ahead of everybody in terms of streaming technology, and they're all playing catch up. Which is why they're not one of the reasons why they're not launching internationally to start with. But before we get into the deep dive about everything that is HBO Max, if it's right for you, can I ask you guys, can you hit the subscribe button or can you hit the like button? That'd be really good. And can you hit the share button? All those things are lovely. Thank you very much. If you subscribe, you can enter to win fabulous prizes. I'll give fabulous prizes away each week. The prize I'm giving away this week is, actually this is going to be a 2-week competition, so I do the giveaway not on this Sunday. It's going to be next Sunday, so whatever that is. I don't have a calendar in front of me. Is the Matrix Ultimate DVD set, Ultimate Collection. All the Matrix movies, plus the Animatrix, the Matrix Experience, everything you want to know about Matrix. Fantastic! I love the packaging. So all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, and then in the comments leave the hashtag "There is no spoon," because I fundamentally believe there is no spoon. So firstly, let's talk about Doctor Who. One of the things that HBO Max is. I think one of the first clangers they dropped was they secured the US rights to stream Doctor Who, which seemed like a great idea at the time because it was in 2017 when Doctor Who was not as popular as it was a few years ago, but it was still doing well. Basically, since the new production team took over, the new Doctor took over, they're unwatchable. They are completely unwatchable. They are some of the worst TV of all time. So if you're buying it for Doctor Who, look, really, go get the DVDs. They're all on sale. You get I think you can get all of the Davison and Tennant, not Davison, or the Eccleston, Tennant, and Matt Smith and Capaldi is like $20-30 on DVD. They just released new. Just do that because the current stuff is terrible. Now, if you're buying it for future Doctor Who, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother for a few years. The rumor is there's going to be 6 or 7 episodes over the next 2 years. They're saying because of the global pandemic, but really, I think it's because it just has done so incredibly badly in England. It's just so incredibly badly. In America as well, the ratings just has fallen off a cliff. So, so far, not looking good for HBO Max. But HBO Max does have a lot of great content, which day one launching, which I got all the Warner DC superhero stuff. You got all the Harry Potter stuff. Yeah, there's so much, what's the word? The fandoms that you could really engage with and do stuff that be like, I think very, very popular. Like, a Harry Potter Olga TV series would do very well, and you could set it in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and you could make it historic. You could do all kinds of things with it. Equally, you have all the DC superhero content. So we started getting word about that recently with the Snyder Cut, right? The Snyder Cut coming to HBO Max. That's the reason why I would subscribe. Right there, the Snyder Cut for 2 things. One, I'm kind of interested to see it. I actually kind of enjoyed Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman, and I've always said that. I was saying that before they said to release the Snyder Cut. But I'm enjoying that AT&T, who owns Warner's, have decided that we don't want to make noble, stunning embrace statements. We want to make people happy enough to they will part with their money and they will support us. So I'm kind of glad the Snyder Cut's coming out. So, but it does seem like the Snyder universe is maybe getting a bit of a resurrection in recent days. There's story that Ben Affleck may be coming back in to play Batman, and a story that Henry Cavill's talking about being Superman. So maybe could be they're going to do a HBO Max, a cinematic streaming DC universe, and continue the Zack Snyder universe there, and do the more eclectic, confused cinematic stuff in the cinema. So you've got all that stuff. You've got there's lots of superhero stuff coming up with it. So I saw this article in Bounding and Comics, which I think covers pretty much everything. Let's go through it. One thing I'm not sure. I haven't read the article yet. I'm going to read it with you guys. But one thing I'm not sure. They're talking about making Justice League, the Snyder Cut Justice League, into a mini series, which I found just a great idea, fantastic idea. And now, there's also rumblings of the David Goyer, David Goyer Suicide Squad, which I would also like. I think that first half hour of Suicide Squad is freaking awesome. I really love that first half hour when you see Batman, you Joker, you get introduced. Yeah, I think Jared Leto's Joker was a bit. The look was great, but a little bit underwhelming. I'll be interested to see what the original vision was, but I'm predicting there's a possibility that the Snyder universe could continue on HBO Max if this Snyder Cut is successful, which I think it's going to be. I do think it's going to be. Fine, so let's read this article from Bounding in the Comics by the wonderful John F. Trent. Let's open this up. There we go. HBO Max content chief Kevin Riley provides update on Green Lanterns and Abrams' Justice League Dark. Yeah, notice he's not talking about Doctor Who at all. HBO Max content chief Kevin Riley discuss what to expect from the upcoming Green Lantern series and J.J. Abrams' Justice League Dark series. It's a series. I thought it was a movie when they arrive on HBO Max. So here's the question: is the JJ DC verse going to seg into the Snyder DC universe? It's an interesting question. I guess we just got to wait and see. In a wide-ranging interview about HBO Max with Business Insider, Riley was first asked about his relationship with HBO Max and DC Universe, given that Doom Patrol will be arriving on HBO Max, previously seen on DC Universe. I enjoyed Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol is another reason for me to subscribe. But again, I wonder if they're going to put it on Netflix internationally, as HBO Max isn't international as yet. Riley walked around the question a little bit, saying there have been extensive discussions around DCU, and DC is such a valuable entity to us, and the depth of fandom is so important. You're saying the right words, mate. Okay, it's all sounding good so far. So we really want to figure out how we walk the line for fans, where we have a deep fan engagement, which is why DCU was designed with a. Which is why DCU was designed and broad fandom engagement and a broader fan engagement. I have no idea what that means. Sounds like corporate speak. Okay. He continued. That is evolving, but where high-end series that were on DCU produced felt like budgetarily. Okay, fine. If I got budgetarily, we could handle the business model better. Really? I think budgetary, you're just saying not enough people signed up for it, and there are going to be more people signing up for you, so you're going to put it on you instead. Okay, that's fine. And bring along a service that with a swath of fans. Doom Patrol was the show that we identified we had deep love for and tucked right into our portfolio. Doom Patrol, I think, was probably the best of the shows. I think it's better than the Swamp Thing, which ultimately disappointed me. I have to tell you, while it was the best cinematic Swamp Thing, it still ultimately disappointed me. Business Insider would detail that HBO Max representative indicated that HBO Max has no current plans for other DCU shows to move HBO Max. Interesting, because I think they're going to be cancelled. Like, what other shows are there? Swamp Thing they already cancelled, and there's Titans. Is it going to go for a third year? I don't know. The Titans are already launched. Here comes Doom. This is a tweet from Doom Patrol. Season 2 is going 6/25. Yeah, again, nothing's launching day of launch. I think it's pretty kind of smart. They're they probably need to gently break in the the demands of their streaming platform, which they're probably not prepared for at all. While Doom Patrol may be the only show to move to HBO Max, CW is currently airing Stargirl. DC, I might try and watch that today and do a review. DC original will be airing a rerun of Swamp Thing season 1 as well. Okay, I'm surprised they're going to get that on commercial TV. Wasn't that a bit violent? But it looked great, I have to say, and I like the guy who played Professor Woodrow. He was Floronic Man. He was in the Guillermo del Toro series about vampires. I can't remember. I watched that for like the first year, and afterwards I was like, yeah, I'm bored. The Taint or something, I can't remember. That just leaves a DC Universe and Titans with Titans and the Harley Quinn animated series as DC originals as a DC original platform. Yeah, and do you think it's? I don't think it's going to go long. I didn't even bother watching Titans season 2. Ryder was one first by indicating that we're talking about Green Lantern. The HBO Max original would not be like the CW's Arrowverse. Well, okay, interesting shows. He explained. Greg Berlanti, who is producing Green Lantern series for Max, has done a lot. Has done a lot of really quality DC fare. So he's one on CW. So he did the Arrowverse. Arrowverse has lost its sheen. I was out of the Arrowverse after Crisis. Basically, I'm done. Done with Flash. Done with the entire Arrowverse. I'm quite happy about it. Yeah. It's not that I thought Arrow was such a great show. It was kind of an embarrassingly dumb show, actually. But, I just kind of liked it. But it was still, I wouldn't say it's like, Shakespeare. These will not be that. So fine, it's going for a very different tone. Probably, I would say, a more HBO-y tone and more like adult tone he can do. These will be next step in production. Next step up in production value. Okay, so they're going to look better. Yeah, I think that's a mistake. All these streaming services, they always do go for like the high, these big budget things. Do some kind of low budget. I'm telling you, CBS All Access. If they just greenlit a season or Star Trek Continues using the same aesthetic, same step, it'll probably do way better than Discovery. And cost. They could probably do a whole season for one episode of Discovery. He continued. These will be the values. Said that. And cinema production values. I don't like it already. And that's the same product we announced with J.J. Abrams. Yeah, I don't like it already. Again, if you're going for give me substance over glitz. The latest rumor surrounding Green Lantern series indicates that it'll be set in the same continuity around the Green Lantern film that Jeff Johns has been working on. According to this rumor, the series will take place in two different timelines. One timeline will take place in the past and focus on Abin Sur and Thal Sinestro and the Green Lanterns. It will showcase Sur's death and Sinestro's collapse into fear. The second timeline expected to take place in the present will focus on Jessica Cruz and Simon Baz joining the Green Lanterns Corps. I have no idea. Don't know anything about them. And will be working as protectors of Sector 2114. It will see Cruz and Baz train alongside a number of other Green Lanterns. Some of the trainers will rumored will appear. It will be Kilwalker. They got to put Kilwalker in. Tomarak, Katmatu, and Salek. They will. It will report to be a long-time Green Lantern foes of. It will reportedly be taking on long-time Green Lantern foes, the Manhunters. Okay. No, again, I'm not up with any of this stuff. Just Leave Dark. Riley confirmed that the Abrams did indeed pitch a Just Leave Dark series, which Abrams, I think, is a solid director. As long as he's not writing, he's a horrible writer. I would like to see him direct a Just Leave Dark series, even though, look, Rise of Skywalker, are you going to blame him for that? Well, he did take on the job, which was probably a mistake, and that script was horrible. But they should have really what they should have done is done an alternate episode 8, just scrap Last Jedi, because it sucked. It just completely sucked, and they should have done 2 movies, and then maybe you would have got a watchable sequel trilogy, which you don't have right now. You got a excruciating. I thought the first one was watchable, but it doesn't really do anything or say anything. Second one was excruciating, and the third one just made my head melt, and I don't care about it. So he said he always loved it. We're talking about Just Leave Dark. He always felt there was a lot of opportunity there for unexplored territory and the kind of pond that he could play in exclusively. Okay, doesn't like to play with others. Abrams' Justice League Dark series was announced in April. However, details on the series were few and far between at the time. There still still aren't many details. See, this is the thing, or who might actually appear in it. This is the thing. HBO Max, is it necessary for a day one purchase? No, no. They just don't have anything. Yeah, look, there's no new shows, but look, it's gonna be nice to have the Sopranos at your fingertips and The Wire, whatever. But I have those all anyway. What do you want out of me? And it's not available in Israel, so it's a bit of a moot point. See, I could watch it with a VPN, but that's what I love about Netflix. It works in Israel. I just sit down. I don't have to worry about it. I just turn it on and it works. That's what these services need to be comparable. One has to tune is most likely going to include Constantine's the town. I wonder if they're going to get the same guy who's been playing Constantine in the CW verse. They should do. I kind of like him. Zatanna and Deadman. Other members of the team include Wonder Woman, Swamp Thing, Madame Zenzu, Man-Bat, Detective Jim, Dr. Fate, Phantom Stranger, and Black Orchid and Frankenstein. Oh, how much longer does this go on for? Man, really? Okay, we're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. Let's find out more about this stuff. We're up to Snyder Cut. We were Swamp Thing, Madame Zanzu, and Phantom Stranger all appeared in DC Universe Swamp Thing show, and there have been plans, if the series had not been cancelled, to introduce Justice League Dark, which is why the series was cancelled. Clearly, because J.J. Abrams wanted to do a Justice League Dark and didn't want to play with anybody else. Not only Snyder Cut, not only did we discuss what to expect as far as the production level when it comes to HBO Max shows, we also asked about bringing the Snyder Cut into the streaming service. This is a no-brainer for them. 20, 30 million for a top tier product like this, which will probably be a mini series. Which I hope it will be fantastic. Director Zack Snyder announced the director's cut of Justice League would be arriving at HBO Max in 2021. Riley answered that they didn't remember when exactly Zack and Deborah Snyder approached him. I forget when Zack and Deborah Snyder approached him. Really? You just said that. First gave us a sense of where we're heading, and I really think the Snyderverse may be continuing on HBO. If this works out, I think we're going to see more Snyderverse stuff. First, they gave us a sense of where we're heading from that meeting, but on that meeting, me and my team felt that was something that we really wanted to do. Smart. You wanted to serve an audience. Yeah. CBS All Access. Maybe you want to pick up on some of this. He did explain there are a number of issues involved in bringing the Snyder Cut to the platform, including legal issues. There were a lot of issues involved in figuring out how we could deliver on his vision with a myriad of legal issues. Oh, God, I kind of want to know, but I kind of don't want to know. Rowling then indicated that they had been negotiations about bringing Snyder Cut to HBO Max for a while, given the hurdles to overcome. He states, "We've been sitting on this for quite some time, but working on it." And I love the way Henry Cavill came into the announcement, right? We've sitting on this for quite some time, but working on it. It's obviously a secret project, given the high level of interest that we're chipping away at it piece by piece. I bet this was a hard one pulled together. And again, really smart move. Really smart move. The Access media imploding over it shows you it's a smart bloody move. I'm very happy with you, HBO Max. This is for no other reason. That's why I want to subscribe to your service. Even though I do like your content that you have launching anyway. Again, Sopranos, Boardwalk Empire, all that stuff. He concluded also Righteous Gemstones. I loved that show. I really did. That's the new Danny McBride show about the televangelist. Really good freaking show. He concluded there was some strategy, but also some serendipity in how we got over the whole the hurdle of those issues before the launch of HBO Max. When asked something specifically, he was mum only saying the whole that's a whole separate interview. Let's follow that for a follow up. So HBO Max, a lot going on with this. And then there's this other rumor that I wanted to look at. Ben Affleck to return to Batman for showdown with Deathstroke. Again, this seems like very much it's like set in the Snyder universe. Oh, there's lots going on here. Let's just read the headline. Are we getting more Snyder Cut of Justice League in 2021? All the more to check out HBO Max, and David I hopes to cut Suicide Squad. We may follow with AT&T keeping the conversation going on social media with anything's possible. There's more. The Culture Note posted on that exclusive in AT&T and Warner Brothers, just might want an Affleck return to the Cape and the Cowl to finish his Batman movie where the Dark Knight was slated to face Deathstroke. That would be freaking awesome, okay? That would be freaking awesome. So, again, I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but again, it does look like the Snyderverse, which I really wanted to see more of. There's a 6-movie arc that he was going to... And I know they were long. I know they're overblown. They work so much better as TV shows, don't they? Like a 4-hour miniseries rather than a 4-hour movie. Yes, and they should have done that on Netflix with that Jimmy Hoffa movie with Robert De Niro. They should have just made it into a 4-part miniseries, and it would have been much better that way. So there you go. HBO Max. Again, if you already have it, great. If you're rushing to get it for Doctor Who, forget it. Don't even bother. Don't even bother in the future. They have a lot of stuff they're coming out with. They're focusing heavily on the DC stuff. I don't know. I think they should be... Yeah, of course, they lost their real tempo with Game of Thrones when they destroyed that completely, which is why... So I guess that's why they're leading into the DC stuff. But what about the Harry Potter verse? There is so much space there to do a show. And, I think it's kind of crazy that they haven't. So there you go. Another streaming service has launched. I can't wait for it to come to Israel. This one I will subscribe to when it comes to Israel. My name is Sheila Beckin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.